I'd like to call the meeting to order and thank people for being here. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the regular meeting commence at the hour of 7 p.m. And be further resolved that Council acknowledge that we are meeting in the Robinson Superior Treaty area of lands that have been traditionally used by several Indigenous nations. But we would like to pay special recognition to our closest Indigenous neighbors, the communities of Big Thon, Nishnabeg, and Pic-Mobert First Nations. We wish to recognize the long history of the First Nations and the Métis peoples in our region specifically and show respect to them today. All in favor? Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? Seeing none, are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest? Or
sorry, through the chair, I have one. Councillor Moffat has declared a pecuniary interest with agenda item 1602 in closed session.
Okay, thank you.
Through the chair, Ms. Hartling, I'd like to declare conflict of interest for 1602, please.
Okay.
1602 as well.
And I have a form, so I'll have you fill out. Okay.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Arola, seconded by Councillor Moffat. Resolved that the agenda be approved as circulated. All in favor? Carried. Are there any delegations or presentations? Seeing none. Move the adoption of the minutes for November 28th. Moved by Councillor no.
You've got to remember these signatures.
Well, I can't remember. And seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting held on November 28, 2018 are adopted as circulated. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the minutes of the special meeting held on November 30th, 2018 are adopted as circulated. All in favor? There are no petitions, so we'll move to disbursement. Moved by Councillor Arola, seconded by Councillor Moffat. Resolved that the disbursement sheet number 2018-19, $708,967.31 as provided to Council for information purposes only. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Scampanelli. Wow, I'm going to write those down. Resolved that correspondence items 09-01 to 09-2 be received and filed. And be it further resolved that are there any agenda items to be brought forward?
So through the chair, if you don't mind. So when council sees correspondence items on the agenda, generally we just receive them as information. But if for any reason any of you want those agenda items brought forward to be discussed at tonight's meeting, you would state so now. It's more that you want to have an issue to deal with rather than you just want to say, yes, I agree with this letter or whatever. So if you feel that you may want council to discuss it or possibly take some action, then you would bring it forward tonight. Otherwise, we just receive them. Okay.
All in favor? Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the minutes of the meeting of the Thunder Bay District Social Service Administration Board held October 18, 2018, regular, and October 18, 2018, closed, be accepted as received. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Moffat. Resolved that the minutes of the meeting of the Thunder Bay District Health Board held October 17, 2018, be accepted as received. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Scampanelli, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Manitowoc does hereby appoint the following council members to sit on the Thunder Bay District Municipal League concurrent with their present term in office as follows. And it will be me, Mayor McEachran. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Scampanello. Resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Manitowoc does hereby appoint the following council members. Member to sit on the, I think, which one, Gold in the Veins?
Yeah, so through the chair, there's no one with an interest right now sitting on that board, so staff is going to look into some alternatives and make some recommendations to council, and they will be brought back to the first meeting in January.
Moved by Councillor Scampanelli, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Manitowoc does hereby appoint the following council members to sit on the Manitowoc Cemetery Committee, concurrent with their present term in office, as follows. I think it was Councillor Avola, right? All in favor? Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Scampanello. Resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Manitowoc does hereby appoint the following council member to sit on the Thunder Bay District Health Unit, concurrent with their present term in office, as follows. Mayor McEachran. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Scampanelli, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the Corporation of the Township of Manitowoc does hereby appoint the following council member to sit on the Manitowoc Economic Development Corporation, concurrent with their present term of office, as follows.
That would be the mayor.
So
I believe that is
ex officio.
through the chair, yes, ex officio. And I believe in the EDC's
In their mandate?
their
Bylaws?
constitution, it states that it's the mayor.
Okay. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Moffat. Resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Manitowoc does hereby appoint the following council member to sit on the Manitowoc Nuclear Waste Community Liaison Committee, concurrent with their present term in office, as follows. Councillor Moffat. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Scampanelli. Resolved that the Council of the Corporation of the Township of Manitowoc does hereby appoint the following council members to sit on the Manitowoc Municipal Housing Board, concurrent with their present terms in office, as follows. Councillor Arola and Councillor Hudson. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Scampanelli, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the 2019 annual conference is scheduled to be held in January 27th to the 29th, 2019 at the Sheraton Central Hotel in Toronto, Ontario. And be it further resolved that upon conclusion of Council's review, the following council and/or staff members will attend. Mayor McEachran, CEO, Clerk Treasurer Margaret Harting. And have we discussed who?
Through the chair, I believe Councillor Scampanello expressed an interest, and he was going to check his schedule.
Okay. And Councillor Scampanello. So Mayor McEachran, CAO Margaret Hartling, and Councillor Mike Scampanello. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Scampanello. Resolved that the NOMA 2019 annual conference and AGM is scheduled to be held on April 24th to the 26th, 2019 at the Victoria Inn, Thunder Bay, Ontario, and be further resolved that upon conclusion of councilors' review, the following council and/or staff members will attend: Mayor McEachran, Councilor Arola, Councilor Okay, I'll ask. Let's see if you're going. Councilor Arola. The NOMA April conference.
Yes.
Councilor Hudson.
I'll have to check my schedule.
So through the chair, we budget for all of council to attend a Thunder Bay session. So we can approve the resolution to say, yes, you would attend.
Okay.
If you're unable to attend, that's fine, but
Okay.
then it's easier than having to get you approved later.
Okay.
CEO.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Malcolm.
Yes.
And Councilor Scampino.
Yes.
All in favor? Thank you. Moved by Councilor Hudson, seconded by Councilor Moffat. Resolved that the 2019 AMO AGM and annual conference is scheduled to be held on August the 18th to the 21st, 2019 at the Shaw Convention Centre and Westin Hotel in Ottawa, Ontario. And be further resolved that upon conclusion of Council's review, the following council and/or staff members will attend: Mayor McEachran, yes. Councilor Arola.
No.
Councilor Hudson.
No.
CAO, yes. Councilor Moffat
Yes.
and Councilor Scampinelli.
No.
All in favor? Moved by Councilor Scampinelli, seconded by Councilor Hudson. Resolved that council accepts the proposed 2019 regular council meeting schedule as received.
Through the chair, with the chair's permission, we have one date that was sort of up in the air. If you look at your schedule, it's April. The meeting was scheduled for April 24th, and with the majority of council going to be at NOMA, we are recommending that that meeting be canceled. And so we'll just amend the resolution to read as amended. And we will cancel that meeting and make the public aware of it.
Everyone has a copy. The meetings are December 18th, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August.
So is council all right with canceling that April 24th meeting?
Yes.
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 So we're just going to change this.
Okay, I'll read it
Be
again.
carried.
Moved by Councilor Scampinelli, seconded by Councilor Hudson. Resolved that council accept the proposed 2019 regular council meeting schedule as amended. And be it further resolved that the acting mayor's schedule therein is accepted as follows: Councilor Arola, December. Councilor Hudson starts March. Councilor Moffat starts in June, and Councilor Scampinelli starts in September. All in favor? Moved by Councilor Scampinelli, seconded by Councilor Hudson. Resolved that council is in receipt of administration report TR 2018-18 submitted by Margaret Hartling, CAO Clerk Treasurer, regarding tax write-offs for 2018 for information purposes only.
So through the chair, you're going to see a number of standard resolutions and bylaws that come up to you in the next few meetings, and this is one that we pass at the end of every year. It's the tax write-offs that the Taxation Department has written off. There's a variety of reasons: vested, tax sale, vacancy rebate, seniors property tax credit. For the most part, administration just processes those. If there's anything that's unusual, an unusually high item or a contentious issue, we would bring that to council before we actually processed the write-off. So we are well under budget this year of $260,000. So we'll amend that resolution to read, and the remaining budget amount will be transferred into reserves, as we know that we have a lot of properties coming up for sale in 2019, and we will need those funds rather than pulling from reserves or budgeting for it. So with council's approval.
Are any questions? I'll read the resolution again. Resolved that council is in receipt of administration report number TR 2018-18 submitted by Margaret Hartling, CAO Clerk Treasurer, regarding tax write-offs for 2018 for information purposes, and further that any remaining budget be transferred into an allowance for doubtful accounts. All in favor?
Okay.
Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Scampanella. Resolved that council is in receipt of administration report TR 2018-19 submitted by Margaret Hartling, CAO Clerk Treasurer, regarding utility write-offs for 2018. And be it further resolved that upon conclusion of council's review and consideration, we direct staff as follows.
So through the chair, this is exactly as the previous report. In this instance, though, we did go over budget by almost $5,000, but there's adequate funds in the 2018 budget to cover that.
No further questions? Be it further resolved that upon conclusion of council's review and consideration, staff approve the utility write-offs for 2018 as presented. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Scampanella. Resolved that council is in receipt of administration report 2018-20 submitted by Jolene Keogh, Deputy Clerk, regarding the awarding of cleaning contract 2019-A for the municipal building, fire hall, Manitou, and public works buildings. And be it further resolved that upon conclusion of council's review and consideration, we direct staff as follows. Discussions.
Thank you. Through the chair. Our current cleaning contract will be expiring December 31st of this year. So we sent out a tender inviting Clean Sweep to submit, as well as posting it on the website for anybody else that wanted to submit a tender. We did only receive one from Clean Sweep. There is no difference in the change of the price of the contract from the previous contract, and so it's our recommendation that the contract be awarded to Clean Sweep.
And be it further resolved that upon conclusion from council's review and consideration, we direct staff as follows. Award cleaning contract 2019-A to Clean Sweep in the amount of $21,120 plus HST for a total of $23,865.80 per annum. All in favor? Thank you. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Scampanella. Resolved, whereas Section 239(4) of the Municipal Act 2001, SO 2001, C25, provides that before holding a meeting or part of a meeting that is to be closed to the public, a municipality or a local board or committee or of either of them shall state by resolution the fact of holding of the closed meeting and the general nature of the matter to be considered at the closed meeting. Now therefore be it resolved that the meeting is hereby closed to the public, as the subject matter being discussed falls under the following sections. Section 239, 2C, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board. And 2, Section 239, 2B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees. Appointments to boards and committees. All in favor? Now do we have
We're
something?
going to closed session. We'll go upstairs now.
We don't have.
Okay.
told you, I got you.
Yeah, thank you. No, it's not, I don't have a problem pronouncing it. I just can't read it. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arrola. Resolved that the meeting is hereby declared to be open to the public at 8:05. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Arrola. Council direct staff to proceed with the preparing and executing of the documents for the sale of 11 Barnett. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Scapanello. Resolved that the following persons be appointed to the Manitowoc Cemetery Committee and their terms be concurrent with the current term of council. Marlene Turner, Stanley Zaflik. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Scapanello, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the following persons be appointed to the Manitowoc Public Library Board and their terms be concurrent with the current term of council. Connie Hunter, Amber Campbell, Tara Ruel, Holly Hudson, Lisa Shutt, Helen Goodwin, and Tara Ruel. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Campanello, seconded by Councillor Hunter. Resolved that the following persons be appointed to the Manitowoc Nuclear Waste Committee Liaison Committee and their terms be concurrent with the current term of council. Glenn Keenan, Ray Laliev, Eric Robert, Dave Schroer, Maurice Beauregard, Tiffany Lidster, Rita LeBay, Amber Campbell, and Erica Robert. All in favor? Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Scapanello. Resolved that the regular meeting adjourn at the hour of 8:10. All in favor?